Let's give you a quick grid. Chase Collymore is on pole, lying second in the championship. Joe Duggan alongside Jack Smith and Luca Allen in row 2. Lissy Whitmore and Zach Shelton on row 3. I shall talk about the others as we're going along, but we're eyes on the flag because we're about to get underway here at Whilton Mill, and we're away for round 10 of the British mini bikes. And it's a good start there from all of the riders, actually, I'm happy to say. Coming up the hill for the first time. Just look at how tricky these conditions are here. Luca Allen's had a good start by the looks of things. Through Christmas Corner they go for the first time, and using the shorter loop, national loop here at Whilton Mill, sometimes called the Zulu loop, which is what they're weaving their way through now on this first time through. Looks like Zach Shelton may have got to the head of this one. We'll confirm as they come round for the first time here. First lap of racing for the day at Whilton Mill. And it is indeed Zach Shelton who's got to the head of this field. Chase Collymore in second, Luca Allen in third, Joe Duggan fourth, Joe Woodward in fifth. Sixth is Jack Smith, then Zach Weston, Henry Bain and Lissy Whitmore. But look at this. Challenges between Chase Collymore and Zach Shelton, and Collymore goes to the lead of this race. So second in the championship, overtaking the championship leader, and down has gone, I believe that's Luca Allen at Christmas Corner. First major braking zone on the track, and so has already throughout the practice sessions proven to be a bit of an accident hot spot so far today. But change of lead then here on the second lap. Chase Collymore has done exactly what he needs to do and has got himself to the head of the field.
Howard, I'm shocked. I thought there was another qualifying session to go.
There wasn't. They've actually got through it very efficiently.
Yes, I was down there in the pits. Oh, they're going out for another qualifying session. I've had to run up here. I was just about to go off on my lunch. Never mind.
No worries, mate. We've got the action here. Battling throughout the field. Luca Allen dropping down the timing sheets by way of his incident up at Christmas on the last lap through, but I'm delighted to say he's back underway again. We're looking further back down the field. Well, actually, this is the battle for third, so not that much further down the field at all. Joe Duggan currently in third. Then we've got Joe Woodward and Zach Weston on screen. Zach in the 35, chasing the 46 of Joe Woodward. Through the Zulu corners they go. This left, right, left complex leading onto the back straight here at Whilton Mill, and then they'll head towards the boot. This is a track that many of the riders are familiar with. If they weren't at the start of this season, they certainly are now. This is our third visit to Whilton Mill this season, and I don't think we've quite had conditions like this.
Distinctly wetter than the other instances.
None of these bikes have a rudder on them, but they might want to consider it as an upgrade for next season. Looking further down the order there, we can see that was Henry Bain, I think, who just went through shot there. As we cut back to... Oh, now that was a yellow flag out there. That's because Luca Allen has gone to ground again. But he is recovering himself. And it is just getting the judgment right through Christmas Corner in these difficult conditions. Because that is where we have seen the most incidents. And, of course, the catch trays, when the bikes go down, are putting oil down on the track, Jacob, and that's adding insult to injury or making it harder the next time through.
An incident with that this morning at the top of the hill there, which required a lot of sand.
Yes, absolutely. There has been a lot of sand put down and water clearing. You can see the spray there coming off of the what's commonly referred to as the cattle grid curb, coming off of the final corner at Paddock. Up the hill then, that is, I think that's Zach Weston we've managed to pick up there. Yes, it is. Through Christmas he'll go, then through this left-hander before slowing down at Inkerman's, and then through the left, right, left of the Zulus
Chase Cullimore sets blistering pace out front. Howard, he's 2.5 seconds faster than anyone else on the grid.
Yeah, absolutely. He's really taking to these conditions, and as I say, sat in second place in this class. He'll need something special for the championship to swing his way. The gap between them is 36 points, Zach Shelton and Chase Cullimore in the standings. 25 points for a win, 20 for a second place.
So I think Zach needs to just bring it home in order to secure his championship.
Yeah, it's a pretty safe one. If things ended as they did now, he'd still have some 31 points in hand. And Zach Shelton having a bit of a lonely one out there actually at the moment on the number 4 bike. Haven't seen too much of him. Here is the other Zach in the field, Zach Weston, who's currently chasing. I just had a look out the window and I realised I can't have a look out the window.
They do tend to steam up.
They do in these conditions quite badly. I'm going to do that and see if that helps. Either way, it's a good job we've got the cameras going on here. So this is Chase Cullimore at the head of the field, distinctive helmet. We are just going to have to go after the helmets today because there are various clothing choices made to try and deal with these conditions as it continues to rain. Here's Lissy Whitmore on the 34 bike, working her way through the top part of the circuit, currently running in 7th. Through the Zulus she goes.
Yes, the Kirbs and the Zulus today, Howard, I think is worth keeping an eye on. I can see riders bouncing over those in these slippery conditions. You do not want to be putting your faith in grip on those red and whites. Yeah, absolutely. Very slippy surface out there. Chase Cullimore dealing well, as you said, Jacob. Blistering pace given the conditions. Best lap at the moment of 52.750, which is some 3 seconds faster, 2.5 seconds faster than the closest. Oh, sorry, no, apologies. Jack Smith has also just put in a personal best of 54.776. So the field getting slightly closer to this young man's pace, but he's still some 2 seconds faster than the majority of the field, and as such has some 9 seconds in hand at the moment over Zach Shelton, with Jack Smith in third. Change for 5th that last time through. Henry Bain on the 42 has got past Joe Duggan on the 64. That's in the battle for 5th, as I say, as there are just a couple of laps left to run, and you can see how much in hand. That picked it up there. You just saw Zach Shelton coming into your shot there, and that is the gap. Although it did go down by almost a second that last time through, so Shelton is beginning to find some pace to answer Chase Cullimore. 2 laps left, Howard. I think you might have left a little late.
I'd agree. I think Chase just needs to bring this one home, as you were saying.
That appeared to be what he's doing. His lap times have steadily risen over the last couple. Ever since we mentioned his blistering pace, he's gone from lapping in the 53s to lapping in the 55s. Yeah, just taking it nice and steady, isn't he? Yeah, there's not been a significant change in the weather to cause that, so I'd suggest he's had a look over his shoulder and just wants to keep it safe. Absolutely. Here's your last lap board. Indeed. Definitely a day for a shout out to the marshals given these conditions. As we look further back, here's Henry Bain, now running in 5th after getting past Joe Duggan a couple of laps ago. Field has spread out quite a bit here, not too surprising given the conditions. Still a close battle for 6th. Yep. Or am I? No. I'm not sure if that's due to an incident for Joe Duggan or if they're actually close on track. Very difficult to pick out in these conditions, but we will confirm as they come round. This guy, though, doesn't need to worry about a thing. Not at all. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. Round the final corner. What a controlled ride in difficult conditions. Chase Cullimore takes the first win of the day. It's a win in race 1 of round 10 for the junior SM140s. Zach Shelton will come round now to finish 2nd. Good ride from him. He's doing what he needs to do
to hold on to that. And actually, I'm going to just double check this one. Does that mean he's done enough? I think it might, you know. I think he's done it. I'm going to... Everything we say today is very provisional. I have to stress that because we're just doing it off of my botched maths in the comms bot. So this is by no means official yet. But I think that second place means that Zach Shelton has now done everything he needs to do to secure the championship. So fantastic stuff from him. He's now going to be on 378 to Chase Collimore's 347, a gap of 31 points, and it's 25 for a win. So that, a brilliant win for Chase Collimore there, but I also believe it's massive congratulations to Zach Shelton for securing the championship as well. So he'll be a chuffed guy. Yeah, you can see how happy he is. Chase Collimore did everything that he could do, taking the win. First win of the day. Just to finish off then, Jack Smith in third, Joe Woodward in fourth, fifth for Henry Bain, sixth for Zach Weston, seventh Joe Duggan, Lissy Whitmore came home in eighth, and Luca Allen classified in ninth place. So fantastic stuff there, and that's going to be the story of the day, crowning champions, as well as who can take home the last few race wins of the year.
Hello and welcome to Funbikes TV. My name's MJ and today I'm going to introduce you to the M2R 90R Mini Supermoto pit bike. This is the Supermoto race version of the 90R Mini pit bike, which you can find out more information by visiting funbikes.co.uk or by following the link below. Currently raced in the Bambino class in the British Bike Series. It's fitted with all the essentials for this format. Alloy reinforced handguards, crash bobbins, mag wheels, oil catch tank and a gripper seat to list a few of the essential features on this bike. The bike is kickstart only, no battery or electric motor to save on weight. It features a 4-speed race pattern gearbox which is semi-automatic without the clutch. The bike is super tough, designed to be raced and ridden hard. It is built to take it all. This has been a short review for the 90R Supermoto, which you can order now from funbikes.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching and let the fun begin.
Welcome back to Whilton Mill for your Alpha Live coverage of round 10 of the British Mini Bikes Championship for 2018, the final round of the year. My name is Howard Mitchell, alongside Jacob Harris in the comms box here at Whilton Mill in treacherous conditions, where we have seen many an incident today, many an unforced incident actually. There's been, I'm struggling to think of many, if any, incidents that have actually come about as a result of contact. It's really just been about keeping it on the island today. Conditions marginally better than they were. There's still a fair wind blowing across the circuit, and there are still some accident hotspots here at the top of the hill at Christmas, at the final corner as well, and in the boot as well. So you've basically got, and in turn 2. So basically, everywhere is really treacherous at the moment. We're going into our second set of races of the day. This is the Junior SM 140s, supported by Funbikes and M2R. Chase Collimore will take this one from pole in his Dayglow helmet there. Joe Duggan alongside, then it's Jack Smith, Luca Allen, Lissy Whitmore, Zach Shelton, Joe Woodward, Henry Bain, Zach Weston, Daniel Goodman and Mason Greasley. Those last two haven't set a time, so we're unsure if we'll see them, but we're away. And a great start for Chase Collimore. That's one of the best starts I've seen of the day so far.
Yeah, he's got a decent gap to take him up to Christmas corner. Well played, Chase.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Zach Shelton, though, moving past Joe Duggan to take himself into second place. And further back, that's Jack Smith and Lissy Whitmore having a battle on the 35 and 34 respectively, as they work their way through for the first time for race 2 in the class, which we saw earlier today was wrapped up by the young man you can see on your screen right now in his blue and high-vis livery. Zach Shelton has this one in the bag, as it were. You can just enjoy this one. Across the line they come then. Chase Collymore leads, Zach Shelton second, Joe Duggan in third, Luca Allen, Jack Smith, Joe Woodward, Lissy Whitmore, Zach Weston, Henry Bain and Dan Goodman. We've got 10 riders out on track.
This is the 35 of Jack Smith. He's leading Joe Woodward. Lissy Whitmore. Further back. About between Zach Weston and Henry Bain and Dan Goodman. Here, 35 is Zach Weston. We saw him pick up a surprise win not too long ago. And by surprise, I mean that
we were surprised. He was much less surprised. But yes, there is your race leader at the moment. Already with a comfortable lead is Chase Collymore, and there is Zach Shelton, who's got the pressure here from Joe Duggan. Turn 2 now. Through Christmas they go. This one of the closest battles on track at the moment.
Shelton, sorry, holding off Joe Duggan. That was Zach there. Duggan's very close behind him. I think his slightly larger frame won't help him going up the hill, which is a prime overtaking spot, as mentioned on the previous Facebook stream. He's close coming out of the good, Howard.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to confess I'm mildly... Yeah, Jack Smith has got a timing issue there because he's showing at the bottom of the timing tower, but he is actually right behind these two. So you've got Zach Shelton, Joe Duggan, and then there is Jack Smith.
I was trying to figure that out because obviously...
Oh, well, it might not be a timing issue, but I don't think I've seen Smith have an issue out there. I'm not entirely sure I'm convinced by that myself. I think that might be for position as they come onto the back straight.
There you go.
He's certainly keeping with them. There we go.
You're vindicated, Howard.
Oh. I'm going to make the most of that. It's not often I'm right. So Chase Collymore leads across the line. And then comes a 3-bike battle for second. There, I knew I was right. There's Zach Shelton, Joe Duggan and Jack Smith. And then comes the 28 of Luca Allen.
Could be a 4-bike battle if these guys get tangled up with each
Yeah,
other.
absolutely. Got a good run up the hill has Joe Duggan. But as you suggested, Jacob, I'm not sure he is a slightly larger rider. Oh, and down! Down goes Jack Smith from 4th place.
Has he kept it running? Pulls a bit of...
So now it is, no, just as I was right.
Oh.
It's now a 2-bike battle. And look at this, good run from Duggan out of the Zulus, but he's not able to convert it into a pass.
Flick of the wrist there. I'm not sure if he was gesturing or frustrated that he wasn't able to take that chance. Collymore, good 8-10 seconds up the road now. Commanding lead for him, there he is. We pan back to 2nd place. Duggan once again very close, but yes, Shelton does have a pace advantage coming out of that corner, which takes the chance, fantastic chance that corner and overtake it away from Duggan. Into the Zulus they come, and he's right up on the back wheel. Again, we drop back. This is Zach Weston.
Joe Woodward.
Overtaking Joe Woodward. Big catch, I just didn't want to say overtaking too soon.
Yeah, true, yes. Fair point.
So Zach up to 5th place.
All 10 riders still circulating.
Head onto the back straight he comes now. Interesting to see if he can close up to Luca Allen, who's in 4th place. He's the man who to catch on the back of Zach Shelton and Joe Duggan's battle for second. Someone could radio that cameraman and ask him for an invite. That would be fantastic. Here we are, I'm back with Shelton. Joe Duggan as close as ever through the Zulus. Had a chance earlier out of this back straight. Let's see if he can try and pull the same manoeuvre. He goes for it, pulls up alongside Shelton. But yeah, that acceleration advantage is there. Duggan seems to be able to get close through these slower corners, but it's the straights where Shelton pulls away again. Here we are with Weston and Woodward again. Looks to be a similar story. Westwood is the bigger lad. Weston able to pull away from him on the exits of the slow corners. As Duggan has taken Zach Shelton going up the hill, although Zach Shelton moves to the inside, Duggan has made it stick. There he is. Second place for Joe Duggan. Shelton loses out. The Zulus they've found. Is that Luca Allen? Has jumped them both?
Yeah, that looks...
Sorry,
yeah, that is Luca Allen in the black helmet with the yellow stripes.
Something has happened off screen because Luca Allen was a second or two off them, but Chase Collymore has won this one. He takes the checkered flag. It's a commanding win from him. Got to the end of this race before he even realised it was running. And yes, second place will go to Luca Allen. A fantastic last lap for him. Joe Duggan takes third. Shelton comes home in fourth. And then we wait and see. That's not Zach Weston in shot there. Collymore, your runaway winner. Fantastic last lap from Luca Allen. Somehow he jumped both Duggan and Shelton from fourth into second.
Yep, Zach Weston crossing the line now. And he'll lead Joe Woodward and Henry Bain. Little battle there throughout the race. They finish mere tenths apart. Then will come Lissy Whitmore. There she is. And then Jack Smith is rounding the final corner now. Dan Goodman has already taken the flag. So that is the end of that one. And it's another good win there for Chase Collymore to bring to a close. Gosh, that's the sad thing about now. Bring to a close the running for 2018 in the Junior SM 140s. So Collymore finishes it with a win.
A fantastic season from all our riders in that one. We've seen some great battles across the course of the year, and some well-deserved race victories.
I'll say this as well.
Today.
I will say this as well. Chase couldn't have done anything more to try and take this title today.
No.
Winning both of the races really took the fight to Zach Shelton. But it is Zach Shelton who takes the title in the Junior SM 140s. And speaking of the junior classes in British mini bikes, another shout out now that we are on the fresh stream on Facebook for the Just Giving page for Riley Dexter. The incident, our former Bambino champion, or Bambino champion of last year, recovering from a serious accident during a supermoto event last week. So please go to the address on screen and do what we can to help his family and the recovery process in general.